arrived. We have some breaking news for you now. We're receiving unconfirmed reports of a new guest race in Elvenar. Sightings have been reported around the council hall, which you will of course remember that the constructs recommended to build in every city. I understand that our correspondent Andreas has just arrived at the scene and can talk to us live. Andreas, I understand the humans and elves have just finished construction of the council hall and we're now getting reports of a new guest race. Can you tell us what is happening on the ground?
Soon after the construction finished, eyewitnesses reported what they believed to be a light beam or a beacon of light from within the structure, followed by a flurry of shapes forming around the light. The light soon vanished again, but was followed by some radiant ancient beings stepping out of the hall. It is believed that a new guest race might have arrived in Elvenar, and citizens are rejoicing at the news is spreading. Some even believe it is the High Men themselves.
I can imagine now, Andreas, that the big question that viewers around the world are asking themselves right now, has a new guest race arrived in Elvenar?
Yes, in a way it has, and in a way it hasn't. It's a bit more complicated than that, I'm afraid. But a new chapter has definitely begun with the arrival of the Elvenar.
Andreas, can you tell us what is happening in this new chapter?
The Elvenar are believed to have arrived in Elvenar, and humans and elves have since started researching and building a series of new facilities, all focused on agriculture, arts and construction.
Okay, understood. So, what is this research focused on and what kind of facilities are being erected in the cities? I'm told that we're getting some video through now. Andreas, could you talk us through it?
As said before, the new chapter was started after some research with the construction of the council hall. Once this building was finished, it started acting as the portal for the new guest race, the Elvenar. This building has since turned into a storage unit that is to store all goods that are new to this chapter for further research and production purposes. The Elvenar, as recollected by the constructs, stepped out of the portal and brought lots of ancient knowledge to humans and elves. These newfound experiences are captured, processed and shared from within the academy. Once the academy was connected to the council hall, ideas and workforce could be produced. They are used as a base for the productions of the entire chapter of the Elvenar. Once the academy was fully set up, it was time to add all other production facilities of this chapter: Atelier of the Elvenar, agriculture and factory. As it turned out, these 3 new buildings needed to be connected to the academy in order to allow for productions based on ideas and workforce from within the academy. Soon, elves and humans found that one academy would not suffice, so preparations started for several more academies to be built, following for the connection of more production buildings, and even more efficient use of ideas and workforce. Each of the 3 production facilities focus on different topics, making most of the available ideas and workforce. Within the Atelier facility, the most artistic citizens are creating living paintings by fusing ideas with royal velvet. Workforce, on the other hand, is used in conjunction with moonstone to create wonderful sculptures. In the factory facility, ideas and workforce are turned into very different items. Combined with platinum, workforce creates constructs, while ideas and arcan ink make for designs for future things to come. Finally, within the agriculture facility, workforce and tree gum are used to create plants, while ideas and obsidian are fused into crystal balls.
I see that's a whole lot of new development in the city, but what is the ultimate goal of these productions?
Just a few moments ago, we received reports of the discovery of the final facility of the chapter. This facility turns all of the newfound productions into something far greater than just regular goods, creating manifests and collections.
That sounds rather impressive. Can you show us?
The final step in the production chain is performed within the Vault of Wisdom. This is where all produce from agriculture, atelier and factory is used to create the special guest race goods, manifests and collections. The Vault of Wisdom needs to be connected to all of the aforementioned buildings for this very purpose. Once the connection is established, manifests and collections can be produced. These differ greatly between the races, reflecting the differences in the culture humans and elves have established over the years. Once produced, collections and manifests can be turned into the equivalent from the other race by a simple exchange production. Of course, this exchange comes at a small cost, for you need to spend time and some of your own material to trade it in for what the other races have created. Wouldn't it be great if humans and elves would finally work together and all of this exchange would no longer be necessary, Thomas?
Oh, yes, of course, indeed. Where were we? Andreas, you are a specialist in the field of guest race development. Can you make any predictions on what other new improvements we can expect after the arrival of the Elvenar?
As research into this chapter will progress, players will get to improve their cities in several different ways. First off, we already know that the Elvenar have a great influence on the society of scouts. Once the advanced scouts research is finished, scouting costs and province difficulty will decrease, making for easier progress on the world map and for an easier time with world map related encounters.
Doesn't this mean less pay for the poor scouts?
The Elvenar have exceptional spatial awareness, and I expect them to teach the cultures of Elvenar a thing or two about expansions. I predict that a new row of expansions will be unlocked, allowing to make even more space for the newfound economy around the Elvenar. As with every chapter, new expansions can be researched or obtained with premium, but the Elvenar are very special, so they also help humans and elves understand how to make the most of the knowledge they gathered while exploring province after province. At this rate, I believe one new province expansion will be added per chapter, allowing for progress even after 457 provinces were completed. Finally, I expect the Elvenar to bring further knowledge to player cities, as the ancient wonders get researched and built at the end of the chapter. The vortex of storage increases the storage capacity of any portal that gets placed into the city, including all upcoming portals from the next chapters. This will allow players to store more kept guest race goods and make the most of their portal profit spells. On top of that, it also adds a production boost for sentient good productions. The thermal spring of youth, on the other hand, increases the amount of population any residence brings to the city, improving the efficiency of regular and magic residences. Furthermore, it provides culture for each level of every ancient wonder placed in the city.
Andreas, thank you very much indeed for that report on the Waking in the Elvenar and your analysis on the impact of this developing situation. Well, that's all we have time for today. If you'd like to hear more news about Elvenar, the Elvenar, Elvenar's development, and anything else Elvenar, please subscribe to our news bulletins, YouTube channel, and leave us a comment and tell us what we should be reporting on next. This is Thomas for ENL News. Until next time, good night.